Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 7. And this is the first layout. Well, I might need to check the date, but it hopefully it is the first because that's what I'm saying right now. It has 4 circles here, and I'm going to make them into pictures, which since my photos are 4 by 6 and to get them similar sizes, I had to play around with it. I just tried a few things out and hopefully they will work. Now to fast forward. I am using my Creative Memories cutters to cut the circles, and this page, it's going to be like a companion page to another layout that I done several months ago, I guess maybe November. So it's going to get some mixed media right at the end because I remembered that one had some. I actually had finished the layout, I thought, and had to go back and put that on. So there will be mixed media on here, but it'll be a little while. It won't be like the first thing I would normally do. One of these photos is landscape where the other three are portraits. So I took the landscape one to make into the biggest one since part of it was slid underneath the paper that goes across the middle. And I was able to cut part of it off because using 4 by 6 photos, I did not have one that I could use for the biggest one, the circle, unless I did something like that. I am matting all the photos in black just to kind of make them pop. And that paper that I'm putting across the middle, well, they're little bugs. I'm not sure what kind. They're teal colored, but they're little bugs and I thought they're cute. And this is an outdoors one, so I went ahead and used it. It also has banners all the way across. And I did not notice it till I was done with the banners, but I glanced over at the sketch again and did notice they look kind of like they might have been intended to have a layer of black behind them, since the line was thicker than usual. But since I didn't notice it and I had it together, I decided just to leave it as it was. So that may not be quite the same as the original sketch was. So if you're thinking about using this sketch to make a layout, that might be an option for you. Because I think it looks cute and the thought of it, does. And I did make my piece of paper that went across the center have a black border. And it looks good. Or at least I think it does. But I just used scraps for my little banners. And I might have used a little more variety, but I would have had to cut into some bigger pieces and decide, well, I'm going to see what's going to happen with my little scraps and use them first. And one of the scraps was a partial 3 by 4 card, and I just cut the rest of the card out, but the bottom part was already used for something else anyway. And see how the picture just kind of tucks underneath there, and you can't really tell that it's not a whole circle. Oh, and see that background paper? It is not going to stay there. Thank goodness I notice it before I do the mixed media. Thank goodness the mixed media was at the end. But I had it planned. I pulled this out first, and it has like little campsites all over the back of it. And I thought, okay, I'm not sure if I like this or not 100%. And then I got to thinking I wanted to use wood grain that was kind of a teal color. So I went back to my wood grain. Well, this was in the collection that I was doing it in. It's photo play. And I went to the wood grain section and I did find one that's teal. So I'm going to pull everything up and move it over to the other background paper. But at the end, if you look at the photos, she has a teal aqua color in her boots and her shirt. Plus, now, I don't know if it's just the way my photos printed out or what, but I think the rocks look like they do too. So I wanted to use a color that would help bring those colors out. And this paper just happened to be laying there on top, and I grabbed it, forgetting about the other one for just a little while. Well, maybe an hour, maybe, before I thought of it. The sketch has like three, I don't, maybe word phrases or something. They're right there in a row, staggered a little bit. So I decided to use labels, and I cut out use my punch, my label punch EK Success, and I punched out the labels out of a grid paper, and then I pulled out my dies, and those dies are from Technique Tuesday, and they're going to say happy, amazing, and love you. And there is six, I think, maybe no, there's eight, I think, that punches out, and I picked those three to go on there. And the first one actually has an arrow pointing to her, and she is smiling, and it does say happy. And then the amazing kind of points away because they're left and right. I thought, well, that's okay, it's all right if it points away. And then the love you points, well, to nowhere practically, but I still used it. But watching the video, I do like both backgrounds pretty good. However, I still think the second background brings the colors out in those rocks so much better than the first one did. And I might be the only one that notices that when they're looking at this layout. But still, I like the idea that they do look like they are a teal turquoise color. Well, not the whole rocks, but parts of the rocks. And so, yeah, everything's got moved back over, and I had to add a little more adhesive because some of it stayed on the other page, and all I did was roll it up and off of there. And there was one little teeny tiny place that the paper had come up under that smallest picture down there, and I just took a marker and marked it so it'd be ready for the next layout. The title is right, well, where I'm putting it on the sketch, and I thought, well, it looks like it's one word, and it really don't have room for much. And I don't think I've ever made a layout with Hope's name as the title, so I went ahead and put Hope as the title, since it is going to be a companion page to the other one, and I'm pretty sure it does not have Hope on there. And yeah, I'm gonna put that there, and then I'm gonna use one of these chipboard stickers, and it's from an Echo Park one, Summer Adventure, I think it's called. And I'm gonna just use the green, the great outdoors. And I'd already planned on doing it. That's why the green is down there on the other. With that Technique Tuesday thing, I used the green and use it. It's basically the same color as the great outdoors is. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I was trying to remember where those flowers that I fussy cut came from, and it is a Echo Park, I'm pretty sure, but it's something about our family, and I've used it on a few layouts with the camping stuff, and it's just one sheet, but I've stretched it, and it goes pretty good with the camping stuff one. And it's the one with the polka dots on one side and then the flowers on the other side. And some of those flowers had, well, they look like pumpkins on a branch. So I didn't cut those out. It would have been hard to cut those spindly little branches out anyway. I decided to just forego cutting them out and use the back side with the polka dots. And first I thought I'd do hearts with my little heart punch, but then I realized they were big enough to do the banners instead, so that's what I used it for. Diamond press tropical foliage leaves for my leaves on here, and it does have a variety of leaves, and if they're tropical, I can't really tell it by the time I put it on the page. So I use the light green, dark green, and I think a darker green. I think those three colors is what I ended up using. But here is where I decided to start putting mixed media on here. Peach, and then aqua dolce, I think it is, or something like that. And then I'm going to pull out my Heidi Swap in gold and sprinkle it on there. So I am putting a little bit of variety on there to kind of make it look like it was planned all along. I'm kind of thinking I need to add a banner or two right there in the middle, from when I moved it over. I don't think it quite ended up in the same place. But yeah, and the Hope, it was crooked on here. You can see it. I can see it. But I have straightened that because I noticed it when I first sat down here to do the voiceover. So it is straighter, but I do think I need another banner, or maybe even two there. Oh, the woes of the scrapbooker that can't make up her mind. But I want to thank Christy for inviting everybody to join in on this. And you can join in too. She does have a Facebook group, and it will be linked down there below, along with all the other gals that are doing the 30 days of sketches. But if you leave a comment below, I'll get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But yeah, there's my layout. Doesn't it look a little like mud there? It does to me. But it also looks like a happy girl there. And yeah, see those little bugs on that border? So cute. And I think uh, that Studio Calico grid thing, I think it went pretty good with the other colors in the layout. And you can see right up there under that picture where I need to add one more banner. And yeah, I straightened Hope. It is kind of on the crooked side. I just think there wasn't enough adhesive to hold it in place. But yeah, it's fixed now. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.